Yo, it's finally time to cover Teen Gohan on the channel. We had like a little Gohan week, so hope you've been enjoying that. Since Gohan has like an infinite amount of variations, the goal of this video is to go over his combo theory with some guidelines and then highlighting his most optimal routes with some TOD ideas along the way. We'll be going from easy combos and then progressing from there, but overall with all of the past patches and updates, they've been making Teen Gohan easier and easier with his bomb loops by making them more consistent and less spacing dependent. So you don't need as much spatial awareness for specific combos like midscreen versus almost full screen away versus corner to corner, or different character sizes, you know. Some people hate that, but regardless, it does make him a much easier character to learn and increase his performance consistency. But in terms of optimization, I feel like this character will never be done getting lagged, bro. With that being said, let's get started mid-screen. So as you know, his auto combo is like a tracking missile, bro. It's crazy. Great to be used when they're right above you because of that tracking. A quick tip if you land your auto combos, delay the super dash to side switch where you can land JLML. A tip to handle his auto combos, not always use it, is holding back. So pressing 4LL, you get double jabs instead of coming up after LL. From a 5H has the easiest reach up in the game because of his buffed up JM. You get solo sliding knockdown from his EX leg solo, and you can super dash after his level 1 to continue, but you can't get sliding knockdown again. You can't go into 5H after 2M 5M, only 5M 2M, and then from there you can optimize the re-jump like so, LML, and then you can super dash after the bombs, but it can get more optimal with bomb loops. There's a lot of different bomb loops variations. Here's an easy one, getting one loop, practicing that dash up 5M. Then you can get J2H smash where JH gets a sliding knockdown. Here's an example after 2 loops. If you delay that second 2S, it helps to get the dash 5M parts to link. Here's an example of how you can land super dash afterwards. Here I used an air dash to try to stay lower to the ground, and you can just jump up, dash jump up to link your normals in. You can also go for an auto combo afterwards, but the most optimal normal one is doing 5M and then jumping up, as you can see, but you can also go into his specials. His 5-hit combo special Lariat thing is his most optimal ender. Here's an example after 3 bomb loops. The delay is just needed on the first one, but then you can do 226H, which gets the follow-ups automatically by yourself. You get 6.1k here. The way that it works is that if you end with the M finisher, they go in front of you, and then if you end with the light finisher, they go behind you. For the bombs, you can do down special after any of his JM, so we did JLL here, and then if we use the M Lariat ender here, we can get a solo DR in the corner to get sliding knockdown 5.7k and almost 2.5 bars. The L ender is mostly used when your back is to the corner, or if you want to vanish afterwards to get more damage and get sliding knockdown from that as well, which is helpful on longer combos. The order doesn't seem to matter except to get more height from it, and from here you can still land your level 1 super. Here's the scaled example of that solo DR version with a double bomb loops. You get 4.4k here and a 2.5 bars solo, which is really good going coast to coast. Now speaking of optimal, something that can be a bit better sometimes is doing this Autocombo Ender into light, medium, double jump, Dragon Rush, because the medium has so much hit stun, it lets you double jump, but the timing is really tight, so it's not too practical. And one more note that I wanted to add on before moving on to more advanced routes is that you can Z-tag after his medium legs, then you can do some specific DAC stuff or just JDR. Here if you JDR, you can get 6.1k, but you can also add normals before it as well. Now if you want to get more optimal, you can get these triple bomb loops. So after the first 2S, you delay the 2S so you can get a second one, because you can only fire 2 2Ss at the time, right? So you delay after the first one, then you get 6.2k almost and 2.7 bars. Here's the same concept but with a Vanish extension. Again, the timing for these triple bomb loops is just delaying after the first key blast so you can get 3 to slide. And here's a scaled example of the triple bomb loops for 4.8k. You can actually super jump here to get an easier time with the triple bombs. You can do 2 fast 2S and then delay the third 2S. You can also do that at the end. Super jumping definitely helps for easier multi-bomb combos. His unskilled optimal revolves around double quad bombs. You have to super jump JM here, then you can fire 2 sets, delay another 2 sets. You can also do JL to get momentum in the corner. It becomes J1S so that you don't overshoot them, leading to 6.6k and 2.8 bars. This is already great damage, but here's how it looks like when you add the Vanish extension to get a 6.7k, 6.8k almost. Do it 226M, LLL, Vanish, Blau. Now for skilled combos, I like to hit confirm into 2M so I can go into the quad beam cell by jump canceling after 5M. And here you can actually delay your last bomb so you can connect another quad at the end by dash jumping JM. The timing can get pretty strict though, but it does lead to 5k, almost 3 bars. Now that was his optimal one, but if you guys want an easier one, you can just dash up JLL, so you need to heavily delay the second set of bombs, but go right into your Lariat, right into your 5-hit finish thing, into Dragon Rush for 4.4k. And there's so much variety, so many versions you can do, like this one super dashing, and you can air dash JM. Usually the air dash JM stuff is really good for Spark, because you build so much meter and you can air dash a lot earlier after the bombs. But even this one is still really good at 6.3k. He even has these ID where you land and you do an instant air dash medium. These used to be like his optimals before, and even now it does really good damage. This one leads to 6.4k. But yeah, you can customize your own combos how you want. Hopefully this video helps you to compare and see these different versions. As you can see, a lot of the mid-screen stuff kind of connects with the close to corner stuff, so it kind of blends together. But one thing I want to note is that if you delay your last lift, Ki Blast can connect to 5H for 3 more bombs. 5 bombs on the corner that we'll see later on, but you can connect into EX legs. It's only 6.6, as you can see here. You can probably add a couple more bombs before doing the 5H, but it's also really nice to go into assist. So 5H into the assist stuff, you can do 3 bombs into M legs where you can tag DR. You can also add a normal double jump up as well for more damage. But what the 5H stuff at the corner when you're close to the corner combos is really useful for is for double assist extension. So you can do bombs into 1 assist, and then you do 2 more sets of bombs, or 3 depending on your combo, into medium legs and tag DR. 7.4k here, as you can see, that's a TOD. So yeah, just showing you guys different examples because his combo possibilities are endless. Here's another quad one, but with only 1 assist with a Vanish extension, doing 2 bombs after the 5H so that the combo doesn't drop. And then you have to do 2 through 6 MLM Vanish to get the DR for 7.5k 1 assist. If the quad bombs are too hard for you, here's how the skilled triple bombs can look like. Super jumping after the 5M still helps to get your triple bomb timings down. At the end here, you can add 3 bombs, but 2 bombs helps to get the ender to go with the 5H. So assisted, this can get you 5.5k with that Vanish, almost 2 bars. Tohan's max solo output back to the corner revolves around his 5H rejump, inspired by Bamkii's route. Now his route is a bit more saucier with a bit more damage, but way harder. So here's this one for 7.1k and 1.8 bars. Well, let's break it down a little bit. Because the gem has so much hit stun, you actually don't need to delay the super dash, and don't super jump here. Slight delay on that first J2S, then J2S afterwards, and a slight delay on that last J2S on the quad bomb route. And then you just hold up 4, no need to add momentum to it, into 2 Ki Blast, 5H, 2S, 2S, 1S, delay, 2S, 2S, then you can go into the rest. But what's really cool about these rejumps is that if you hold the super dash button, you get a super jump, so you can actually land a JLL before landing on the bombs because you carry more momentum. And here's a reminder that any assist can be used, all the assist extensions that we spoke about earlier for saucy routes like so. And this is how his skilled version of the Bamki quad loops look like. Pretty good damage for 5.2k solo with that Vanish, but you have to omit one of the 3S, 2S, 2S sequences so it doesn't drop because of his some decay. Movie. Now that we went over the Vanish stuff, I want to talk about how he can go into super solo if you want to hold on to that meter instead of doing 5H into Vanish. So you can do 5H super dash, JMH, holding that L legs the whole time, landing to level 1. Now this concept works anywhere, even mid-screen solo. Just be careful of really long combos, like on skill stars especially. But if you land the Ki Blast, you can also do his kicks, as long as it's the 2S, not 1S, where it can go into level 3 as well. So the reason why I've been saying Teen Gohan is so consistent now is that all of these combos that we cover mid-screen work in the corner. You just don't need the 5M, just jump into JM, and here are the double bomb examples of that. So everything is much more consistent because the bombs now slide along the corner. Before, the bombs used to just go off screen, so that was the double bombs with slight delays on it. But if you go for quad bombs, you have to use J1S, so you don't go over them, you don't overshoot it, so you can land 4 bombs in a row. This gives you 6.5k close to the corner. Very nice. If you want a bit more damage, you can go into the 5H stuff, and here without vanishing, you can actually link a triple bomb ender after the 5H into his EX legs to get sliding knockdown solo. More damage here only for half a bar, and you get 6.9k. Here's an example of that skilled route from a 2L starter, 2L being nice because it helps you hiccup from the 2M because you're holding down. So I find that getting hits with 2L is definitely really helpful if you get it from like the 50-50s and stuff for 4.8k here. And of course, if you have an assist, you can always add that at the end with all the concepts that we went over. Here's a different ender to that, adding the triple bombs into his medium legs, and then you can hold the tag for JDR. You can actually add a jab jump JDR, but that makes it really tight. Now, in terms of optimals, you actually have these super dash routes followed by spikes, but these tend to be a bit spacing dependent because sometimes you have to know whether to use 1S or not. So after super dash, you use 1S on small characters, but you don't need to on bigger characters. And here solo, you get 6.7k. The 3 bars is also nice, and here's a simple scaled version. The only thing is that you can't go into the second super dash off the scaled version, but you can do the JM quad bomb ender. You still get 4.7k, but not 3 bars. His best skill super dash one can look like this. For 5k, you use the delay after 2 bomb loops to get 2s super dash and continue it. But again, the first super dash is a bit spacing dependent, so if you're too close, these won't work. But 3 bars and 5k is sick. Now these loop concepts work off literally any hit. Here's a super dash example where I get 1 bomb in and then I double jump to get these quad extensions here going to the corner for pretty good damage solo. Here's an alternate version if you want to go into EX legs, because you can link in 2M when you're low to the ground, and timing gets a bit harder if you're higher up, and then going into any of the bombs that you want. Here I just go into Super Dash Ender, getting solo sliding knockdown here for 4.3k. Even from 5LL, if you recognize that you can jump cancel with a medium to go into your bomb loops, it's a bit hard to get the grounded extension off the first set of bomb loops, so I Super Dash instead to continue the combo more consistently here. You can go into these loops from a Vanish as well. And here's a reminder to practice the auto combos on player 2 side. Don't forget that, man. But of course, after a Vanish, you can't get the smash anymore, but you can get an assist extension. Here's an example of his unreactable cross-up. Unreactable because the ID gel is just so fast. You confirm it with the EX legs here. And then if you're close to the corner, you can go into the quad bomb ender, ending with these EX legs for side knockdown, almost 5k. And the reason why you want to set that up is so you can set up your same side. When it hits with 1s, it looks like you're jumping up, and you carry so much momentum here that you can get triple quad bombs, leading to 5.1k 3-bar solo. Movie, man. Now for other combos, you have 2H, which you can extend with a lot of assists like beam here, dashing up 2M, but what I really want to note is at the end here, if you do JML ending with a medium, you can double jump DR for solo sliding knockdown. And that's really nice when you use a smash like off 2Hs, and Jag found a way to get it solo with 0-bar start. You have to delay the 3rd bomb and then dash into Ki Blast. The timing's gonna be really tricky though, but you can get 5.2k solo. You can actually convert his light DP, which is a free 1 anti-tier, if you're close to the ground and low enough for the dash 5L. And here's how you optimize it with his bomb moves, going to a quad route with that super jump. And you want to delay these when you're reacting super dash and stuff so you can stay low to the ground. Here you get 6.3k solo, still keeping that smash engine. It used to be more, but they nerfed it. Now it's time for the corner, but I won't repeat any of the close to corner and mid-screen stuff. Everything applies here. Just delay that 2nd bomb to show an easy double bomb extension here and how you can hold the dash to connect 5M. This is just if you're struggling with Teen Gohan, definitely learn this one. Once you get used to that route, you can set up these really easy triple bombs in the corner after 5H. The first 2 bombs, the timing don't really matter, but on the 3rd one, you want to slightly delay it so you can connect 5H again. And solo, you get 6.5k with the EX legs ender. Of course, you can go into any concept we spoke about, but here's his optimal 2M by Jag9593, limiting the first loops with major delays on that 2nd bomb, so you can do the grounded 3S and the double 2S 1S, then delay on the 2nd set, to get 2 quintuple bombos. This gives you almost 7.4k and 3.2 bar solo. With a level 5, this kills. Solo TOD, no limit break, no assist. This is probably his hardest route. You need a really big delay on that first 2S so that you can get enough height when you do 3S, 2S, J1S that you can actually land the 2nd set of bombs. So you go 2, 4, 5, 5. 2 loops, then 4 loops, then 5, 5. The first 2 is the big delay, and then the rest should flow if you get that from there. It is very hard though, be careful. Another tip is to just wait until he's about to touch the floor to fire those 2nd set of bombs. And here's a skilled example without an extra loop. So if you just do 1 quintuple bombo, you still get really good damage at 5k, but you could probably add more to this. Here's a super dash corner combo version inspired by spikes. As long as you get a big delay on the last Ki Blast, you can land the 3S links. Adding the jam here makes it more consistent, and this gives you 6.8k, almost 3 bars, which is still pretty good, but much easier than the previous combo. Here's a skilled version of that for 5.1k and 3 bars. You just omit the JM into Ki Blast part, but you still get a lot of super dashing after that 3S sequence. And again, the priority is to generate sliding knockdown with 3 bars. That's really nice. Speaking of meter, here's a triple quad bomb route found by Bamki. This one is a bit trickier because you need the really big delays on the last Ki Blast, but the super dash part really makes it consistent here. Again, it generates 3 bars off that 2L, which is really nice. Teen Gohan can also link light DP with 5Ls. You can do it after 5H as well, but here when I super jump, I link in 6 bombs before going to his reckless, and you can freestyle these light DP links however you want. They used to be more optimal, but then it got patched after 1.42. His DP stuff was his optimals in 1.40 because of the increased hits on all of them, and even after his M auto combo, it gives you a side switch here so you can go into some mid-screen combo sauce ending with the M legs here. You can freestyle into whatever route you want, but here we have our first character specific combo, delaying the 226M here. This works on bigs for the 5H link, and you can go into any combos that you want, so freestyle however you want. So have fun with those however you want, but now we have 2Hs, and the optimal stuff doesn't work on GC Goku, but they do work on everyone else. Here's the easiest one where you delay a landing JM, then you can go into any routes that you want. Here I land 7 key bombs in a row before doing a Vanish extension for 6.6k here, or 6.7. Oh god. You can actually go into these grounded 5H routes, but it's a bit harder. I find it a bit more inconsistent, especially on like bigger characters like Cell. But this gives you slightly more damage here for a 6.8k solo after the Vanish DR. A really cool alternate combo is doing 1S, delay 1S, 2S, 2S, 2S again, then you land, continue however you want. You can also land 5H, just be careful of hits and decay here. A bit less damage, but looks really cool because you're balancing them out. And there's another version for this on bigs. Here's a 13 bomb combo by Bamki doing 1S and delay 1S, 2S, delaying your strings here. I actually missed a set of bombs. You can get 13, I only got 11 though. Here's just an easier route with like double bomb moves I wanted to go over, and I wanted to also demonstrate how you can use his EX legs if you want to spend a full bar, or you can go into assist. Assists are really helpful here. But doing the Lariat does give you more meter for the Vanish anyways. Off Dragon Rush, it doesn't seem like you can go into these bomb loops. Probably because of the heist, but what you can do instead is delay your light so that you can actually land a bunch of key blasts in for extra damage. What's really cool is with your back to the corner, if you delay your super dash after 2H, you actually get a side switch. Again, these work on everyone going to any route that you want, except on GT Goku. You could probably get some quintuple bombos in as well, but that gets really hard. And with her back to the corner off EX DP, connect to 6L, alternating with the ML, delaying that third one so you get closer to the corner into Air Dash JM, into any bombs that you want, limiting the hits though so you don't drop. You can get Saiyan knockdown with EX legs as well. Now time for some sparking stuff before TODs. Of course you can DP cancel a little bit, then you can super dash afterwards with empty vanish. You can also air dash after his bombs for easier loops of that, ending with EX legs here. And honestly that's useful to know because you can also super dash cancel your EX DP if you land that fully frame 1 invincible move as well. Then you can cancel his legs as well. The legs cancel isn't too good, it's a bit inconsistent to be honest, but you can also freestyle to however combos you want. Like here I land 3 of the DPs. Oh no, I land a 4th one. And then you can go into EX legs with assist. This is huge damage already, so yeah, you can have fun with his sparking routes. Here's another example of his air dash bomb loops, and his most useful sparking cancel is his L legs, holding it when he's about to land. You can go into his Lariat thing, and then you can continue the combo like that solo, which is really sick. Sparking also makes his left right better. You can air dash after the 5LL, his cross up comes out much quicker, his same side becomes thus even more effective. Now for TODs, all of his optimals can turn into TODs with some assist. Of course, there's an example with a double assist concessions with some synergistic things with SSJQ. So here you go into any assist that you want, then you jump up, then you can do his Dragon Flash Fist into Dragon Rush to add more damage, add more meter into Piccolo's charge up special beam cannon to optimize it a little bit. For some spark stuff, Jack has a whole playlist of TODs actually, but here's one with level 1 spark using no assist. So you have your assister, you don't get the limit break buffs. But here I found the ender with a JMJH a bit harder, especially if you're full screen away. But it does give you 6 bars, so you can go into your level 5 solo which kills with 1 bar positive, no assist, no limit break, nothing. And here's a corner 6 bar to 5 bar bomb loop. You can actually get double 6 bombs here by jumping backwards, 1S, 2S, and then delay 2S, 2S. Here I just use an assist. You can extend it a bit more depending on your hits and stuff like that. But again, he didn't really need the assist here. I just kind of needed that to make it more consistent from a 2M. But yeah, you can still get your meter gain if you have level 2 spark into level 5. From a round start with 226M, slightly delayed that sparking, and you can get a TOD also. You build so much meter from the air dash stuff here. But here the records are important. You have to go LLM, LM, so you can connect that jam, and at the end you also have to do LLM, LL. Or else the combo will drop. The extra M follow-up does give you more hit stun. And this was a crazy TOD, bro. That's so sick. I like how you can combo the Rekka Lariat by yourself. Now it's time for some solo limit break combos. Teen Gohan has a lot of like dribble you without landing on the ground, coast to coast type combos. Here's one kind of inspired by Kid NY on YouTube, I believe. But here's a version a bit more optimized so that we don't have to actually use that level 5 finally. Still having meter left afterwards as well. Here's another way to get a bunch of bombs by dashing 2S, then J2S, J2S, and jump forward, canceling the first one. So you get 7 bombs on the first set. On the second set with the 1S, you get 6 bombs, which is crazy. Then you can end in this fashion, doing the EX legs here to get more damage, so you only need level 3 to kill. But with Limit Break in the corner, he doesn't even need Spark. Any of his 2H combos can lead to a TOD. This is just my personal favorite one, where you go into this, 7 bombs before landing, I think even more. And then you vanish into DR, getting a KO from this, which is movie. Again, not needing the level 5 at all, which is nice. And finally, to end off the video, we had to showcase Bankei's route with an EX DP TOD, no Spark, doing MMM delay L. The timing on that air dash medium is a bit strict, but after the 5 bombs, quintuple bombs, you vanish into a dash triple bombs. The dash triple bombs is a bit strict as well. But then when you end with Saiyan knockdown, you go into your supers. And what I really like about his is that the timing of it with the limit break buffs with the key generation, you barely get enough to go into level 5. Hope you enjoyed this video, man, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.